If I don't know better, I would have simply went into depression. If I hadn't known better, I would have probably made an announcement like I'm gonna be off social media for some days. Why I sit down in depression, keep thinking about my life. Well, I can't do that for just one reason, because I've been depressed a lot of times. And even depression will be like, Chama, you now have a master's degree in this depression. Please go. You've not been able to kill yourself. You know when you get depressed, two things are involved. You either survive the depression or you go suicide and take your life. I've been depressed for way too long on numerous occasions. I think the last time I got depressed was 2021, and I've just found a way of just identifying what my problem is and trying to come up with ways I would have done better. And then after imagining all the ways I would have done better, I just tell myself, okay, fine, you know, is there anything I could do that would be more better than what I presumed? So let's say I presumed I would live a life like this, acquire this, achieve this, maybe have this powers, and then I lose it all, and it gets me depressed, right? So one thing I learned is now I'm depressed. I would first of all admit that I'm depressed, isolate myself, and then I get to think about, okay, this is what I wanted to achieve. So I think about all the beautiful things, the way I wanted it to be, even more, and then I just get to realize that okay, it's not gonna work this way because I've lost it, right? So what can I start doing right now that would make me have a better version of what I just lost? So what I do is, let's say for instance, um, if I if I was supposed to like get done with a project and I did not, let's say I was supposed to create an app and I did not create it, and then I figured out that someone had already created something similar to that app. Now it's bad because everybody's giving them accolade, and I had that initial idea. Now, what I simply just do is to try as much as possible to first of all feel the pain, get angry at myself that I didn't do it. And after a while, I just tell myself, okay, fine, let's create this own app. How do I do? What do I do now that would give me a better version of this? Right? I don't know how. I don't quit from it, right? I just find a way of coming back stronger. So I want to show you this video. This video made me feel depressed a bit. Whenever I come up and I tell you guys, isolate yourself, everybody feels I'm one kind of person who just wants to be on his own, who wants to isolate himself, who probably had lots of bad experience with people, and now because of his bad experience he's trying to tell you you should stay away from people. The truth is I'm not really an average person, in a sense that okay, we have people who we call world movers and world shakers. Most times these people are not they they don't just decide to be those people. It's sometimes in them from birth. Like while I was little, my dad complained a whole lot how I would constantly go to Cyber Cafe to browse about Bill Gates and about one billionaire, another billionaire, and all that. And he would always tell me that billionaire you could chop, that computer where you dey go browse you could chop. And I didn't really get much of an encouragement. But what I'm trying to tell you in a nutshell, please hold on. I'm trying to get up my audio from my. Ah, I'm really sorry about this. I should have just downloaded this music and I'll download it next time. Lessons learned. And my dad will constantly tell you how, um, you know, people sometimes tell me, first of all, people sometimes tell me, oh, your dad is your family, the only person who has the wrong family, move on. No, no. I want to tell you that so you know that they were not really helpful. But when I eventually get to a position in life where I become one of the top billionaires in the whole of Africa, I wouldn't want anybody to tell me that I had it all because I never had any support. Because I grinded, because I fought, because I struggled. So you don't now see a happy home and maybe my whole family is not acting like they were all there for me and you now say, oh, he has a happy home. No. Let me show you a video of me. This was me in school years ago. I had just completed about six programming languages. PHP. I did PHP. I did Python. I did Bash. I was very good in Bash. What other? Okay, JavaScript was little. Don't just wasn't really a thing. What other programming language was I so fluent in? I was very conversant with like 5 to 6 programming languages. I'm excluding all those HTML. Okay, C++ plus plus and C sharp, Java was things I did before I even got admission into school. So I was quite very familiar with a lot of programming languages. Let me show you the video. So I did this video years ago, and I'm going to first pause the audio. So you're not going to hear the audio soon. Good. You're not hearing the music anymore. And I'm going to show you this. Show you the what's it called again? The video. And I'm going to play this video for you to see.
Yeah, welcome to another Dannyokec episode, and welcome to Dannyokec TV, and welcome to Dannyokec episodes. Today we're talking about how to be a billionaire. How to be a billionaire. I'm not really a billionaire now, and that is even the main reason I'm very, very happy. I'm posting these videos on YouTube. So I know that in time to come, these videos will be used as reference to educate more people on how to be a billionaire. They say, living is believing. So I'm so happy these videos are coming on YouTube. I'm so happy it's going to stay for a very long time. And when that time comes, because I'm on a journey to become a billionaire, so many people will watch these videos and they will learn all the steps I took. So I'm going to share all the steps I'm taking, all the tips, all the skills, and everything I'm.
Now, if you ever see this video, right now I've made over half a billion on numerous occasions. 100 over 100 million was about 2 years ago, and I won't say I'm doing well because I'm not happy. When I made this, no, no, that I'm not happy. I'm happy, right? I have to be positive. I've stopped using those negative words. So yeah, I'm fine. Like I said, I didn't do certain things, but how do we do something that gets better? So yes, I'm positive. When I made this video years ago was when I was in school. I was good in Python, PHP, Bash, C++, C Sharp, Java, because and I could create desktop and mobile apps then. I had always followed people like Microsoft, which is um, Bill Gates. I had followed Zuckerberg from when he launched Brain App, I say Brain Apps, when he launched Facebook about 10 years ago. This was 2015. You can see the date is 2015. Let me show you when I uploaded that video. 2015. So I had followed Facebook from when he launched. It was a thing then. In fact, we used to hear how there was one social media app they launched, in the US. Students were using to chat, and that was Facebook. And at the point, okay, let, let me show you something. Facebook was around 300 million dollars in revenue as of 2009 or thereabout. No, 2008. Yeah, 2008, 2008, 2007, somewhere around that line. Zuckerberg was around $300 million. I'm going to stop. Sorry, let me stop this background. Okay, the background sound is not even entering. I muted it. Now, Zuckerberg was around $300 million within that period. Dangote, Aliko Dangote was one of the billionaires in the whole of Nigeria. Dangote was around, I think, $8 billion thereabout. Dangote was one of the richest men in the whole of Africa. Worth more than $7 billion at that point. And Zuckerberg was less than a billion. He was even less than half a billion, right? I followed Zuckerberg for years because I wanted to be a software programmer who would create lots of softwares that would turn him into a billionaire. But even before I knew of Bill Gates and I knew of Zuckerberg, I had a strong love for tech and softwares. I started from hardware, trying to create hardwares, then learned software, and I became very good in software. So I discovered that Zuckerberg was less than half a billion. Dangote was like the billionaire in the whole of Africa. By this time, 2014, 13, you won't believe the truth. You won't believe it, but you can go and check. Zuckerberg had, I think I should be showing you guys stats while talking. So let's go check Dangote's worth and revenue as of 2014 and check that of Mark Zuckerberg, which is Facebook. Then you're going to see that in as much as this guy came in, Dangote opened his company for like years, right? He opened his company for like I think even way before I was born, all right? Dangote has been there. Now Zuckerberg was just one guy who came in the block, started up his company within a few years, made over $300 million. What I knew then, and by 2014, Zuckerberg had dusted the hell out of Dangote. I mean, Dangote, who started up a business before him, even before Zuckerberg was even born, Dangote had probably started selling things in school, doing little entrepreneurship. Zuckerberg dusted the hell out of Dangote. Till today, I don't think Dangote would ever see Zuckerberg's back. Now, for someone like me, I've been so obsessed with business. When people see me, they judge me often. They call me pride. They call me ego. They say he's too proud. He talks too much. He thinks he's the only one who wants to make it. It's not something I learned. It's something that I was born with. Like, I basically came to the world right from when I was little, focusing on the best things in life. How I would, grow up and become a billionaire and be able to. When I go to clubs, everybody's dancing and singing and drinking. I'm actually thinking of how I can own a club like this. How much are they making? How much do they buy this drink? Like, I'm always calculating profits. You take me to a game hall, everybody's playing PS2 and PS3 and PS4. I'm thinking of how I'll start saving little money, how I'll create websites for people and I'll save the money. And I actually opened a PS3 and a PS4 in Port Harcourt. I did lots of businesses. So practically, I go into places and everybody's having fun, but I'm thinking numbers. So I was not fun to be with. And while growing up, everybody thought I had pride. You're always talking of how you be a billionaire, how you would achieve this. It was irritating them. Like I said, I mean, it even got to a point where my dad was feeling irritated that I'm constantly telling him about how I would achieve great things. Seeing your little child who doesn't even know anything about life, constantly telling you how he's going to be one of the richest men one day in Nigeria. Maybe he probably thought I was a child talking. And okay, let me show you the stats first. Let me don't get carried away before someone come up and say, "Oh, where are the stats?" No, I don't really live my life to even please anyone anymore. But at least let me just show you guys. So let's go check Dangote net worth. I don't know if they'll be able to give us a way back to 14. Let's go with 214. Okay, at 214. Wait, is this 214? Okay, at 214 we had a couple of people ranking. Dangote was around 25 billion. Yeah, correct. That was 214 to 15. Yes, Dangote was around 25 billion. Now let us check how much Facebook was worth. So, or let's just check Zuckerberg. So, Zuckerberg, I think Zuckerberg net worth 214. Ah, we don't really have, what is it called again, a proper weigh machine. Oh, let's check 215. I made that video 215. Beautiful. But I can't really find beautiful. Yeah, that was 215. Sorry. Was that when I made that video? Because that was what inspired me. Yes, I made the video May 215. Zuckerberg had overcome Dangote. This is Zuckerberg. So whenever I talk to you, and I'm not just telling you random things. I'm telling you, I mean, records show you that I did that video 215. Like, that was what inspired. I've always been a software programmer, somebody who was obsessed about software. So getting to see Dangote starting a company before Zuckerberg, and then suddenly Dangote is at the back of Zuckerberg. It's allowed me to understand that the software field and the tech field, it's something that will take over the world. And at this particular point, I was just in school. I had mastered like 6 software programming languages, like very good that I could. You see all these things you're seeing here? This was I had a DSTV. I had another one. All these things were hardwares. Like I would practically. It was actually fun. I don't want to start going into all those petty projects I used to do. I had a DSTV. I had a strong. That is what they call strong. I thought I loved hardware then. I had a Raspberry Pi. I had an Arduino. I had a circuit board. I would keep trying to create my own kind of thing. I wanted to even create a robot. I was trying to do robotics. As little as I was, they see me say as small like that. I be want to create robots, but money no day. See my curtain, see the wall. But I had an air condition. You can see that at the back of the fan. So money no today. But at least I wanted to create things. I was always buying hardwares and I was always trying my whole possible best to improve myself. Okay, this year 2015 was where it all began, and at this point in time, nobody was even giving me much of a listening ear. I believe nobody would even believe, sometime in life things would happen like this. I uploaded this video, and I even shared it at them, to school, Facebook, and I'll be like, everybody, come on, like, come on, they should come and react to me. I'm going to be the next thing. And all my classmates, they were laughing, or classmates, they were laughing at me. I deleted it from Facebook, upload it on YouTube, and I hid it. In fact, before now, it's been on private. Like I couldn't really let. How I do my thing is I would I would I would predict my future. I would not predict. I would feel my future, right? And I would feel what it is like, and I would upload a video of it that I'm going to achieve this in 4 years time, and I will start doing everything I can to achieve it. And then whenever I achieve that, and I put the video like what I did for Renaps. Renaps was a company for software programming. Now, if you go to Dannyokec, throwback 213. This was before I opened the Rain Apps company. Now I do Dannyokec throwback. I can't believe I can't find my Dannyokec. Let me remove the 213. Dannyokec throwback. Did I take out that video? Oh, okay. It's 2N, not 1N. I don't know if I removed. Thank you. This is the video. Sorry.
Daniel, my name is Daniel. We can call me
Now,
Daniel.
however, I did not. I uploaded this video the first time. That was 213. I had a different channel, so I hadn't achieved a whole lot then. By 216, a year after I did that video, like I had already launched 3 apps, right? But the main time I uploaded this video was 213. So I recorded it and I kept it on my Nokia E63. That is this Nokia phone they call Nokia E63. Now, if you look at me, I'm putting on a singlet. You can see how stressed that I was. Now, this was 2016 December. It's even before then. This was like 2:30 when I made this video. I had lost every single thing I could in gambling. I mean, if not that I had wrong management. There was a point I was the number one, prediction. I think I'm still the number one now because I don't think anyone has been able to offer those features that I offer, like automated prediction and all that, and automated, betting. I made this video then because I had lost every single thing I had. I did it, put it on my iPhone. I say my iPhone, Nokia E63, and kept it. By 216, I uploaded it. This was when I uploaded it. I think as of then, things were not even that sweet, compared to like 3 years later when Renaps became the number one virtual football prediction software. Now, this is to really let you know that I actually make videos ahead. Now, if you open Renaps today, now Renaps is one of the best prediction softwares everybody uses, and obviously, when you get to see more about Renaps, you get to understand that the same guy who lost all his money on sports betting is the same guy later who was able to start playing games with like 2 million. On this particular video, I had 2 million naira in my account and I made over 160,000 or thereabouts, 2022. Just imagine when 2016, okay, 2013 was when I lost everything, 2016 was when I uploaded. Now 2022, 6 years after I made that video, I can comfortably play a game with 2 million naira. I can make over 100,000, 150,000 naira at the spots. I can now afford to buy, anything I want, and I'm living quite, a good life. Not like I have passion for luxury or anything, but I'm trying to really let you know that somebody who lost everything, who was putting on a singlet, is now in his own studio playing a game with 2 million. So that is only when you know what you're doing in life, you get so focused. But now that is not what I make. That's not why I'm making this video. I'm making this video to give you an advice I wish somebody gave me here.
Yeah.
You see, when I made this video, that was one. Okay, Jesus, I know they even show now what they do. I'm really, really sorry about how did I get carried away. I'm really, really sorry. I was looking at my screen. I was not showing you guys what I was doing. I don't know how to go back again. Okay, fine. I went to Dannyokec throwback.
Daniel, my name
Good.
is Daniel.
This is it.
We can call me Daniel.
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys this. Look at the date. This is 6 years ago. It was uploaded on the December 4th, 2016. I thought I was showing you people. I have like two multiple screens on my table. So I look at one while I'm pressing it. You're seeing it, here because I'm recording with OBS. Now you can see that this was uploaded 216, but it was shot 213. I think. Did I call the date?
2013.
Thank God I called the date, because if I hadn't said the date now, somebody would not say, "Oh, how are we sure it's 2013?" You can see I'm even younger. I don't even have a beard. Do I have a beard? Yeah.
And I'm recording.
No, I don't have a single beard on my face. If you also check out the other one, do I have a beard on this other one? I did 215. Thank God I even look younger.
Yeah.
Before they say he, okay, I think the metadata shows when it was uploaded, so no one can actually say rubbish. So this was how many years ago? This was
Daniel,
6 years
my
ago,
name is
right?
Daniel.
No, not
We
6
can
years
call
ago.
me
7 years
Dannyokec.
ago. How many years ago? Okay, 6 years ago. Let's say December is gonna make it 7 years ago. I had lost everything. I uploaded the video. Now this is me last year playing games with 2 million naira. I thought I had showed you this.
Okay, manage it that way. Okay. Yeah. So if I click here, you would see you won't be able to see this. So let's just go back to the development version. We have a development version.
Beautiful. You can go watch the video. I made 150,000 naira on this video. I started betting with just 2 million. I started with 2 million. Now, like I said, if I hadn't known better, I would have probably been depressed by now. But let me tell you what went wrong. I should be a billionaire by now. like no caps. By now, sports don't they like 6 7 billion naira. So what happened? How come after I made this video 7 years ago, what happened that I did not achieve that billionaire spot? Now what am I fixing? What will I do that would make me achieve this billionaire dream? Let me walk you through. When I made this video 2015, I had gotten close. I had gotten familiar with 6 programming languages. I had seen Zuckerberg uproot Max. What's it called again? Zuckerberg uproot Dangote. Like say Dangote just come what come play. And Zuckerberg was doing very well. And I also saw lots of tech companies rising on the run. And I figured out that since I already have a passion for software programming, I will do fine. I bought a book called Think and Grow Rich. I bought another one called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I bought another one called what's the name of that book again? I forgot the name of that book. That book really changed my life. Whenever I remember it, I could come back and put it on the comment section. Those were like 3 books. I got done with reading those 3 books before I shot this video that year. And at that year, I was so filled up with energy. I was kind of very isolated. I don't talk to people. I stay indoors, and everybody feels I had pride. Now, one day consistently, I would. Okay, let me tell you the first thing that made me start talking to people. I was at the compound one day, and everybody was talking about that boy. Because while I was here, I had a car. Yeah, I had a car 2015. I don't know why. I'm not somebody who shows off. Sometimes I regret why I don't post things often. You understand? Because I mean, okay, talking about my current business now. Somebody sees me online, they think I'm a low life. Like now you're seeing me now, my clothes is rumpled, my cap is like this. You think I don't have money. Not until you come to my house and then you see my fleet of cars. Say, oh, so he's actually worth this. So it's really painful because I've always been a humble person. I'm not even to get straight into the show off. Now they make me on the show off. Person go stand talk and I don't want even check what's in the head or waiting the person get for mine. Now just oh you're not looking good. People just want to judge you from how you appear. So I started forcing myself to actually be posting lifestyle. Yeah, I had a car. That car was actually a Avalon ship. It took me a whole lot to get the car anyway, a whole lot of savings. That car was a 2000, I think it was 2009 Avalon. Yeah, 2009 Avalon. I will look for videos. I don't know if I can actually see a video of or a picture of me. There was this idiot that actually posted me then, and that was when I created my first prediction software. It was not like automated, like it couldn't give you predictions instantly from the website. It used to be via SMS through an API. So I had one issue and one guy went to my page because I'm a very I don't want to even call his name. Let me don't give him free publicity. I was very open. I'll post me, post my mom, post my car. Then, because I posted the car like I think 3 or 4 times, especially when I bought it. This guy went there. He didn't pick a picture of me inside my car. He picked a picture of me and my mom standing close to my car. That was when I got the car. My mom just came in. She was like, "Ah, my son, I'm proud of you." So like that picture took it and posted that I'm a scammer because he paid for software predictions. The games were not coming in on time, and that was an API problem. Now, how do I even explain to people that that's what we call API? You can send SMS, but the SMS then they were blocking words like alert, words like like there were some words I was using like alert, hurry, play Oslo and Madrid over 2.5 alert. I wish I could find. That was even the time I responded to him. I even wrote an article telling him that, which is a reply telling him that see the prediction is not what you think. Oh, I was sending it, but it wasn't delivered on the SMS. You see the way they insulted me then on Naira Land. That's why today, if somebody let them write 1 billion article on Naira Land, I will never reply you. Those people are crazy. I don't know how poverty thinking they are. You would see somebody once somebody just shows you payment slip he paid to this other person. You don't want to know Jack if the person had. You just want to insult him. Okay, refund. Even when you refund, they will still want to give you back. Like I don't understand how people. They're not even trying to. Okay, fine. I don't blame them anyway. The average Nigerian is a criminal. So once anybody has any problem with anyone, they feel that person is, the average person. So I'm not going to get upset. Let's just say that was life. And that was when I started taking the pictures of that one, the pictures of that Avalon out. I don't know if I can check if I will see it here on Google. Let me see if I'll look for that picture. Hold on. Let me see. I think he uploaded it there, and so probably it was archived or something. Um, Please hold on. Let me see if I can get that picture. I don't know if it's gonna be difficult. That was how many years ago? How many years ago? I can't find it here. Ah, because okay, hold on. I reported then. Then I think they took down the post. That was after he had already put. For someone, even it was someone that even came out and said they should moderators at the website should take off this page. Like this is another person there. That even if I mean, why you posting this mom and everybody was like, and it's not a thief. And I'm not wondering how. I mean, how? Any little hiccup, any little bad experience, the person is a canker worm, the person is this. Let's not go into all those ones. It's normal. Okay, so what did I do? That was where did I have errors? Okay, when I proceeded, I was in school. Everybody was complaining I don't talk, I have pride. So as of then, I started getting to socialize more. This was when I started. After now, I think the following year, no, the following year I bought a car. I bought another car. I think I shared it on my WhatsApp. If you follow me on my WhatsApp, you see it. I bought a Lexus 330. I bought a Rack 4, but I had the Avalon was no longer in my custody, so I had a Lexus 330 and a Rack 4. Because the Avalon was actually giving me issues. There was a point it was having transmission issues. The car was one problem to another problem. Mechanics couldn't really fix it, and I had, like almost then it was a big deal for me when I bought the car. So repairing it wasn't an issue. So I just sold it out, gathered up some money the following year. But I first bought a Rack 4, then bought a Lexus 330. Then I had like two cars in school. While I was in school, it wasn't fun. Oh. If you go back to school, if you can just go to my school right now and ask anybody who knows me, this is what they will tell you. He's proud. How? Because he's always talking about how he's going to make it. I see most of them and they see the way they are, and I look back and I tell myself, God of mercy, if I just focus on my life, I regret every single day on why I did not isolate myself. It's the biggest regret I have. When I come every day and I tell you people isolate yourself, I'm not really telling you because I feel like talking. I'm telling you because I'm somebody who had so much of a dream, so much of a vision. People ruined my life. I would live what I'm supposed to do. As of here, I was so good. I would always, you see the amount of gigs, they were programmers now plenty for Nigeria, no be there, no. No be there, no. There were just few programmers in Nigeria, no caps. Like few programmers who really knew what they were doing. Now if you move everywhere, they're teaching people no jail. If I go to YouTube, you will learn. Then I remember how I had to buy books. I remember how I had to buy books from Amazon. I remember how those books, it took time. At the moment I remember the first book I bought was PHP for the web. That book changed my life. Let me show you the name of that book. I waited till that book came in. PHP for the web. That was the first book I read. And PHP for the web. I waited till this book landed. Where is that book? This was the first book that changed. This book taught me everything about PHP. No be now that they see ebook. Now you can just go to Google, you search for PDF. Who dash you PDF then? These things were not that easy. I bought it. I know how to save money, buy this book, read down, read down, read down. Even bought another one advanced PHP. That one, I think that was advanced PHP for dummies. I read it. After reading that book, 4 months later, I got a remote job. That job was paying me then. I think it was paying me like, was it $700 then? $700. That was like for the first gig I did. Then it was a very, big deal. Converted it then. The exchange rate was around that kind. Then we used to use PayPal, so everything was less than like 200. It wasn't that big then. It was less than 200k, but it was a big deal for me as of that particular point in time. I was really really happy. I had recovered the money I bought the book. I started doing so many things with PHP. This when you call me, I don't pick your call. You stay on place. So I started making money from the software program, started doing little gigs, right? Then people were complaining, this guy is proud, this guy doesn't. I said, okay, oh. I started getting to like relate with my neighbors in school. Who is calling me now? There's a reason why it's as if I block people. I'm using my phone as a webcam. You call somebody once, twice, they don't pick. For hell, send them message. I will never call you more than 2 or 3 times. I call you once, you don't text. When they block you now, you complain they block you. That they're not answering you. It's common sense. You call one, call two, you text. They were really complaining that I was proud. I started trying to be fun with everybody. Then I left, like now. God, what is happening? My camera is now beginning to start out. Things are not syncing again. Things are not syncing. This call has affected. I'm using the software on my phone, so I'm using my phone as a webcam. And now because of this calls, now my phone is it's freezing. Hmm? The point of the whole thing is I didn't achieve much because I had given up my dream to please people. The last few years, not until last year, I've lived my life trying to provide for one person, trying to provide for this person. This family member now he needs to do operation, they need to fly him abroad. We raise 6 million, we raise 7 million, donate. Aqua, he's a philanthropist. When I was in school, pay this person school fees, do this clearance for this person. This person is sick. Oh, Daniel, please come and help us. So you're the big boy in school. Oh, we're not getting that. We're 2 cars. I'll carry money and give. Oh, Mr. Daniel. Oh, this one, that one, that one. Oh, we want to do money for this one. Oh, like I was practically overspending on people. Now, if I had used that money to probably rent, a better office, then employ people, focus on my business, whether they do anything for school, no concern me. Whatever my neighbors are saying is none of my business. If I had focused on my dream, I can swear with every single thing because I'm a very serious human being. I would have made it. I've gone back and I've thought. I don't go check my life over and over and over again. And I discovered that I did not become a billionaire because I was following average mind. If I had followed people like me who were into software programming, people like me who followed Zuckerberg, people like me who were, into the tech world, by now we are for there. I'm not for even make all these videos. Probably I would have been managing my firm somewhere. Now everybody laughs at me right now because I didn't make the right decisions because I was wasting my time playing with everyone, doing the things I shouldn't do. You guys are now sometimes looking at me and feeling, oh, but I'm promising you something. Like I said, I'm not going to go into depression. I'm going to look at where I made mistakes, which I've known where I've made mistakes. It's been structure. It's been not putting myself first. It's been not, being focused on the main things. It's been doing any other thing apart from what would really propel me to my dreams. And 2023 is the year everything changed. So let's say 2015 was when I made that video, The Drive to Be a Billionaire. That was roughly 8 years ago. Yeah, because 2015 is like 8 years ago. So 8 years after I made that video, I'm back again. This time around, I've learned, I've played, I've been carried away, I've moved with the wrong crowd. I've tried to please people. Let them not come in. I'm proud. The same people who will tell you you're proud will be the same one who will be farming people who show off. They're only telling you you're proud because they're close to you. The ones who are far from you are hating you, right? So I've really learned that right now I don't need people, anybody around me. If I see people now, before if I see people who I know before, reach out to me. I want to follow them. I want to talk. Now I don't. If you just let me know, oh I know you before as they see the AI user not found. I don't want to talk to anybody from the past because I realize that most of them still think I'm that fool. Yes, I was a fool. That fool who constantly borrow people. Do you know how many people have borrowed money? Do you know how many relationships I've lost? The other one I just told you was just 10 million naira. It was just one of them. That one was very remarkable because he was my very childhood friend. Do you know how many times? Do you know how many times someone will call me right and I have money I want you to execute a project and I will leave that project, help a family member because they said he wants to do an operation? Do you know how many times I've put other people first before me and I'm not coming here to tell you that you should put yourself first because that is what is holding you because that is what held me. And you now tell me life is not so help people and forget. Man, I keep helping them now. Keep helping them. Right, for me, I've learned my lessons and I'm focusing on myself. I'm going to start rolling with the right people. This is the Dannyokec for today. I said I'm not going to post a video. I'm going to take out some time. But man, I mean, you guys are the one helping me to achieve this billionaire dream. Your suggestions, your comments are what I'm reading to be a better version of myself. So I'm not going to let it, affect me. Yes, I did not achieve it years ago, but I'm alive, right? And I said something on WhatsApp about me taking my life. If I don't become a billionaire this year, man, I was really frustrated. Or should I say, I don't like using negative. I wasn't frustrated, but I was really upset. Let me use that word, right? It's not really that much of a negative word. But I'm really going to let you know that I'm not going to kill myself because definitely before this year runs down, I'm going to be worth 1 billion. And I'm going to make a video like this at the end of the end of this year. In fact, see as the carry picture the year. 31st of December 2023. I picture myself having this convention, right? Maybe I host a hall, maybe a very big hall, right? I'm thinking about doing something big, something like a concert, for everybody who has been following the gist. I know before this year runs down, this page will get. I've not gotten a YouTube plague before because I'm always using bots, but I promised myself I will not use bots on this particular channel. So I'm feeling by the end of the year, I would have organic at least 200k, 250, 300k followers. I will get a YouTube plague if possible. I will have lots of people coming on a particular, convent, like a particular hall, it could be a stadium, anything, and we're going to have a crossover. Now, it's not going to be religious setting because I mean, if you're religious, I mean, fine, go to your church. I'm talking about people who share the same thought as me, people who are open-minded. We're going to have something like a crossover where every single person puts their hand on their chest, takes their hand up, and promise themselves what they would achieve the following year. It's going to be a dynasty of a Dannyokec movement. I'm not going to let my dreams go on because I met some nincompoops on the road who made me distracted. People who made me feel I was much of a self. Starting from my dad, who constantly told me how I'll be a cyber cafe guy. Do you know how many times I told him, Dad, I want a computer. He said, hey, when you go to something, you go open cyber cafe. That's the only thing he felt computer science does for people, cyber cafe. My mom wanted me to be a doctor. Took me to so many medical school. They enter my head. They say no. I must the stethoscope. And I became stubborn. My dad chased me from the house. He saw revelation for him. That's why I don't go to church anymore. I learned those shit. I mean, those things. People just come up and tell you revelation. They told me my dad I wanted to kill him. How? that I was the one that they want to use to kill him. How? Why should I kill him? Met my mom. My mom got remarried. Stepdad said I to get pride. Every day I dey press computer, I sees my laptop. We fight. He pursue me from house. Enter school, 1 naira no get. 2013. Struggled. By 2:15, I saw you see me so. I buy motor, have a long ship. Proud of myself. Got an AC at my apartment. I was doing well in a way. Still red, and I told myself, if you come back and kick Dangote, I will do better. And then I can't let her lose all those things. Can't go to follow people for school because they say they proud. Yeah, there are people that avoid me. Isa, no. I know for the answer anybody. Nothing they even they teach me for the computer science for the department where I go enter. They buy books every day they read. Lecturers don't even know Begam. They go they teach. I don't even attend lectures most time. They irritate me. Common small JavaScript, Java, even C++. In fact, waiting the first teachers now Kobo and Fortran. Fortran when I learn when I did 11 years. 11 years I learn Fortran and Kobo. Now they teach us for high institution. And if you attend, they say I to get pride. Which one go they learn? Loop. A loop is something where they use they create fintech this thing for company. There's one little fintech app I did in what's it called again? I think it was an Indian company back then. I think those were part of the first jobs I had. There was this particular section they gave me, at the front end. They will give me some APIs. You loop through the APIs and display them. I did everything. I learned, Array Bigo. Array has lots of functions if you're a programmer. Array map, array. There's so many of them. No one can call you as a programmer. You know them. They keep printing. I read the whole array documentation. Come go enter class. They teach us looping. Looping will just be one of the things you will carry loop array. Looping will be, and everybody was feeling that thing in class. When I come to everybody they told me, when you come, they will say, today we're going to be teaching you guys CSS. What is CSS? Cascade S. I go to sleep. Mr. Daniel, wake up. What is CSS? Cascade style sheet now. How do you get an element with an ID? Maybe ampersand or a hashtag. If you to know, get that from my class. But I too know. I don't do anything even before I get admission. I wish I don't even go school. I wish I didn't. If not for the certificate, I would just wish I. But who would have even given me? Oh, my dad had already chased me. My mom has already chased me. Who would have actually said God. Oh, I know how it's so good to get where I am. That's why whenever you see me talk like this, I talk with so much passion because nobody helped me. I know how I stood. Should I have stayed at home, not go to school? Maybe I would have had a better future, learning and buying books and learning from YouTube, because that was where I was learning from. School did nothing for me. But then, which house? Maybe while I got admission, maybe I will not even enter school for one day. In fact, some students today they talk to that boy now, Yahoo boy now, fraudster, like he doesn't come to school, he's doing Yahoo. How come he's always on his laptop? They don't even know that I know programming so good. Nobody even cares. All they know is that you come to school in a car, it must be Yahoo. Nobody actually sees that there is money in tech. Not until now, there are a lot of programmers and everybody's now making money from it. In my own time, nobody believed there was a future in this career. Nobody helped me. Everybody. Okay, let's talk about the girls. When I was in school, I was really so accommodating. The guys would come and borrow money from me, no problem. Because I work for other people, not for myself. That's why he keeps seeing me say, my lips is bleeding. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really emotional now. He keeps seeing me say, bring yourself first. It was because I spent all my life thinking I had a family in other people. That at the end of the whole day, those people till today, they don't even remember me. The only time they ever call, whenever they message me any day on social media, is them asking me for money, as if I'm that Oluku they know in school that gives people money anyhow. Let me take a grab on myself. If I'm kind of okay, I'll make a video later on at the end of the day. I don't want to talk much this morning. I have so much to do. I don't remember all those things. I'm not talking about the guests I forgot before I said that everybody could come borrow money from me. Now it got to points that I was popular in school. But the ones who are the date, the ones who I don't know, everybody see. Like, when everybody wants to act like they know you, right? Everybody wants to claim like they know you, even if you don't have any business with them. And at the end of the whole day, I kept seeing lots of bad names for myself. I just wish I didn't even talk to anybody. When come in and you borrow a girl money, the next thing she's telling you she doesn't have money to pay you, she wants to turn the whole thing upside down into a relationship, you don't accept, she reverses it. Or is it the one that, the moment you give somebody a lift, maybe I'm heading right now to the junction and I'm leaving the school, so please, are you heading somewhere? The moment you give that person a lift, the next thing the person is telling everybody, he's not my guy, because obviously I had 2 cars in school, I was doing well. Both people I know, people I don't know, I was hearing just tell somebody hi. Not good to tell everybody now saying you've been serious date. So just because I was in a good position. At the end of the whole day, everybody thought I was a humanizer. Now me won't sleep with all the girls for the school. The boys felt I was proud of myself. Now me too no book pass. Now me too no coding pass. Lecturers thought I had so much pride. Now me know the entire class pass. If they ask me question, I mean they pass. Some of them even intentionally wanted to just fame me just to bruise my ego. Now I keep telling myself, what if I had just isolated myself, studied hard, employed? Maybe the average Nigerian would have still come back and still judge me. He claims to be a software programmer. Where's his certificate? So I mean, they're all gone. I can't fix it. It's the past. You can't go back. That is why it's called the past. But then you have the present, and it's up to you to use the present. And I've told myself, from now to the next 1,000 days, my past is just gonna be comedy. It's gonna be me, looking at my past and hoping everybody learns because people don't like learning. Everybody would go online, laugh on social media from morning to night, but they will never go back to learn from other people's mistakes. There's the reason why I read books often. Books are people who make mistakes. They tell you what they did that they did not do well, and then they tell you how they intend fixing it or how they fixed it. So I'm gonna go back reading. I'm gonna go back studying, and I'm gonna go back working, and I'm gonna complete this and okay gist road to 1,000. And I know at the 1,000 day, even before the 1,000 day, I would see hundreds and thousands of comments of what's it called again, hypocrites and people who would in future come here to do before that 1,000 days. They'll be coming to comment to tell me how they love me and support me. Maybe they will not be hypocrites. Maybe there'll be people who will later start seeing my move. But the people I would appreciate are people like you who keep watching this video to the end. So if you do watch this video to the end, please give me a thumbs up, make a comment, share this on your social media. It's really very, very, very emotional for me. But I know as time goes on, the only people I would know as a family are the people who are really following me up now on this journey. Thank you, this is Dannyokec, and this is the gist for 18th of February 2023.